Numero says, did Aaron already talk about Nick saying the Polycule was totally normal and Aaron was making it sound weird with lies and exaggerations? Well, one of us was on coke and drinking every single day, and the other person was me. This guy, I mean, he is so damaged. He is so fucked up. He is so lost. He actually thinks that arrangement is okay. He's like, it was beautiful and wholesome. No, it wasn't. I was there. I had to do Molly to escape the shame and guilt I felt from being in such a fucked up situation to make it okay. Because fucking hornball needed to, whatever. Yeah, him saying that it's wholesome and whatever is just him in denial. I mean, look, I'm not the best guy in the world, obviously, but I mean, he set such a low bar. My ability to just acknowledge reality and go, hey, it's okay. I'm human. I did a fucked up thing. It was weird. It was wrong. It traumatized children. It was not okay. It caused harm to people like, the nanny who had to see this shit going on. I was part of drug abuse. I was part of, I took my kids to a house where there were drugs in the bathroom and everything else. That's a horrible thing to do. It's a terrible thing to do. It's neglectful to children. Bad father, bad husband, didn't protect my partner from basically someone who groomed her by feeding her ketamine, cocaine, whippets by his own admission. So I didn't do my duty as a husband to protect her from dangerous people. Yeah, all that's on me. That's a terrible thing. So if you're saying that that's some kind of a beautiful relationship, your moral compass is so I'm surprised you find your way to your car every day. Well, you can't find your way to the DMV, apparently, to update the tabs. But that's fucking weird. Somebody did tweet me about that. They're like, Nick said the relationship wasn't as weird and ugly as Aaron made it sound. All relationships like that are weird and ugly. They're fucked up. They're immoral. People in your own life said the same thing while it was going on. God damn. Says it was just like a family, and mostly what they did was chores. Oh, yeah. All the body cam notes make it look like the chores were getting done. Yeah, that, you know what, though? I'm not going to be too hard on the guy because I know what that is. That's denial. That your brain has that fight or flight. I went ahead and I just said, look, I'm going to acknowledge reality. I'm going to say what it is. I'm going to confess my sins. Maybe that's my Catholic upbringing. I don't know. But Nick's approach to these things, he's a pretty sheltered guy. Hasn't had a lot of life experience. Grew up very rich. Mom and dad took care of everything. Didn't have to have a lot of consequences. And I'll be honest with you. I think Nick is just in denial of what damage he did because it is traumatic. And you can either hide from it and create your own reality, or you can face it head on. I chose to face it head on. Nick chose to project, and I mean, still hanging on to that. I guess my life is really good. His life is complete dog shit now. So I guess he does look at that fondly, which, I mean, neglecting your children and abusing drugs and alcohol every day for years, looking back on that fondly, I mean, that's certainly not recovery. But I can understand why he does it, and I can understand why he lashes out at me, because I've been able to adjust, process it, acknowledge what it was, and he's not there yet. I can understand where there would be some jealousy with that. And his inability to process it leads him to basically, I mean, he's WandaVision at this point, just kind of creating a new world so that he can find a way to live with it. Yeah, you ain't getting my money is absolutely right. You are all pieces of shit, every single one of you. 1,000%. Every single one of us deserves the rope for what we did. Him saying it was wholesome is him trying to cope with the fact that he did a lot of damage to a lot of people, and he's not ready to admit it yet. When he is ready to admit it, maybe it'll help him live a better life. But right now he seems like a sheltered mole rat, just kind of hiding from the sunlight. And I just thank God that I don't have to live that way, Sam Show Loves Black Men says, I agree, not so much now, but at the time, you were all garbage people. Just some people chose to destroy, erase, improve, while others didn't. Yeah. And I did improve. And, honestly, like, now I go to all my kids' school events, and my ex-wife, the mother of my children, and I, we walk around, we We go to these events, we talk to each other. It's, it's lighthearted. Our parents are all around, the grandparents are all around. We're talking to each other in front of the kids. And, to have your oldest come up to you and say, that they're so happy, and it makes them so happy, and they're so glad. And when they say it puts a smile on their face to see their mom and dad laughing and talking to each other. I mean, that's all you need. People wonder, Aaron, why doesn't the internet get to you? Because your oldest child telling you how happy it makes them to see you and your mother talking and getting along, there's nothing you can do, positive or negative, to me that can touch that. Like, I don't know. I can laugh at everybody. I can laugh at everything because I've got it all. I went from nearly, fumbling the whole world and everything up to now I have everything I could ever want. And if that means that I got to hit a goal 4 times a week, let's rattle the cans and let's hit a goal every week. I mean, that's awesome. Hobo Chili says, did your kids ask your first wife to be their forever mommy again? Okay, I know that was wrong, but I had to. Did I say that or did April say? I don't remember saying that. Some of you follow this shit closer than I do.